Assalamualaikum and hi. Today we will present about our assignment 1. So my name is RABIAHTUL AISHAH binti ZULKEFLI. My matrix number is 203720. I will present question 1. Balqis will present question 2 and Olivia will present question 3. So this is my question 1. Alright. Firstly, the role of Department of Environment, DOE. The DOE's primary function is to prevent, eliminate and control pollution as well as to improve the environment in accordance with the goal of the Environmental Quality Act of 1974 and the regulation that accompany it. Then, the role of Drainage and Irrigation Department, DID. The Department of Irrigation and Drainage, DID, seeks to efficiently manage the nation's water resource and promote optimal land use in order to ensure water security and environmental sustainability. Founded to provide irrigation facilities and develop a new land for a fledgling rice cultivation industry. The department has grown over 8 decades to control and manage a diverse range of water portfolio. DID's water resource management responsibility include river basin and coastal zone management, water resource management, and hydrology, special project, flood management, and also environmentally friendly manage. Alright. The waste, this is the waste of palm oil mill effluents, which is POM. POM is a major environmental polluter in Malaysia. So what is POM? POM is wastewater derived from the processing of oil palm and contain a variety of suspended materials. POM is 100 times more polluted than municipal sewage due to its high biochemical oxygen demand, which is BOD, and chemical oxygen demand, COD. The effluents also contain higher level of organic nitrogen, phosphorus, and also various supplement substance. Alright, how to manage POM? So nowadays, biological process based on aerobic, anaerobic ponding system are the most commonly used treatment method for POM. While new technology for the treatment of POM are being developed, the idea of cultivating POM and its derivative as valuable resource should not be dismissed. Furthermore, proper POM treatment is required in order to avoid contributing to human health hazard and also environmental pollution. Alright, there are several regulations under EQA 1974 in which related to palm oil industries, and I would like to explain a few of regulations related to palm oil. So, firstly, Environmental Quality Prescribed Premise Crude Palm Oil Order 1977. Alright, the objective of this order is to ensure that all palm oil mills are subjected to be licensed by the DOE. The penalty will be given, which is fine of maximum 25,000 ringgit or imprisonment not exceeding 2 years or both, and additional fine of 1,000 per day if that the offence is continued after a notice by the Director General had been issued. Then, Environmental Quality Prescribed premise include Palm Oil Regulation 1977. The objective of this regulation is to ensure that the palm oil mills effluents are in compliance with the specific limits, value, and standard. This regulation is crucial in preventing environmental issues that arise from the quality of palm oil mills effluents. The penalty for this regulation is same as the first regulations. And then lastly, Environmental Quality Schedule Waste Regulation 2005. The objective of this regulation is to ensure that the scheduled waste management, which include processing, storage, and disposal of residue waste in palm oil mill is being done properly. It is crucial to prevent the environmental hazard that could arise from the residue waste. For this regulation, the penalty is compound offence of maximum 2,000 per offence. Alright, so in conclusion, I would like to say that there are several activities and programs and initiatives that have been taken by the Department of Environment, which is DOE, in order to achieve sustainability in palm oil industries in Malaysia. This initiative includes the legal requirement by the palm oil industry under the Environmental Quality Act EQA 1974. Then it can be concluded that DOE plays a role in ensuring the sustainability of palm oil industry in Malaysia due to the initiative taken by the department. I think that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thanks to Aisha because she done to explain question 1. So my name is NURBALQIS. My task is for question 2 is find any news from internet or paper cutting on the waste disposal into river or surface waters in Malaysia. Describe the impacts on surface, groundwater quality, human health and waste to minimize the pollutant. So, the rivers in Malaysia deliver a multitude of benefits from supporting important freshwater ecosystem and habitats and also providing clean water supply. But day by day, we heard about river pollutants in Malaysia increases. The main river pollutants are domestic sewage, waste from livestock, runoff from towns, seep from earthworks, leachate from rubbish dumps, and runoff from farms. So, as we can see that in the news, on 7 March 2019, Malaysia was shocked by the news about the Kim Kim River at Pasir Gudang being polluted due to chemical waste pollution. The latest incident of pollution that sickened students in the Johor town of Pasir Gudang is due to chemical waste from Sungai Kim Kim, said Malaysia's Housing and Local Government Minister Zuraida Kamaruddin. The causes of rivers pollutant are the irresponsible person has dumped 2.43 tons of chemical substance that contain benzene, acrolein, acrylonitrile, hydrogen chloride, methane, toluene, xylene, ethylbenzene, and diluminine from oil tanker to the Kim Kim River. Exposure to any of these chemicals may cause harmful health effects. These cases were affected 6,000 people, which are 2,775 victims, received immediate treatment and 8 were treated in intensive care unit, which is ICU. Because of these cases, all of schools in area Pasir Gudang were closed to prevent from air pollution that endanger the health of the people. So I have experience about this situation because I live at Pasir Gudang area. At that time, I'm afraid to leave from my house because the air too polluted. So next, as you can see, the impacts of surface Kim Kim River in the color of surface water significantly changed to black. Not only that, it produced an unpleasant smell, so that the aquatic life in the river almost died. Next, groundwater is an important component in many industrial processes. Groundwater is a source of recharge for lakes, rivers, and wetlands. The impact of groundwater quality when have river pollutants are increasing biochemical oxygen demand, which is BOD, then the chemical oxygen demand, which is COD, will increase to then nitrate and organic chemicals will increase that can possible to have virus and bacteria that can decreasing groundwater quality. The impacts of human health are many people in Pasir Gudang affected, which are several students from the Pasir Puteh Primary School and Pasir Puteh Secondary School experience a difficult in breathing, cold, nausea, vomiting, and also eye and throat irritation after inhaling an unpleasant odor in their school compound. Some of the residents in Pasir Puteh residential area also notice a strong foul smell in the early morning. So next, okay, there are many ways to minimize the pollutant, which are we must always remember about slogan Cintailah Sungai Kita, because when all of the people hold of this slogan, our river will keep clean like this. So next, the all factories cannot throw any chemical waste into the river. If happen, the factories must be subject to legal action. So last but not least, all parties should comply with existing environmental laws and regulations such as the Environmental Quality Act 1974 in bracket Act 127. So that's all from me. So Olivia will explain about question 3. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Olivia Janam Dani LALO. My matrix number is 202691. For question number 3, we choose coconut plantation. But before we go further, at least we need some info about coconut. The coconut tree's scientific name is Cocos nucifera. The plant is originally from Southeast Asia, such as Malaysia, Indonesia, and also Philippines. And then from the islands between the Indian and Pacific Oceans. Coconut is a well-known fruit in Malaysia. According to the Food and Agricultural Organization of the United Nations, Malaysia was placed 9 before Tanzania in the top 10 coconut producer in the world in 2009 by producing 555,120 tons per year. A lot of benefit we can get from coconut. Firstly, water. We can get the fresh coconut drink. Next, we can earn the oil for cooking hair and our skin. From coconut shell, we can make handcraft and fire. Not only that, we can make ropes from coconut husks. Leaf of coconut trees can make brooms. And lastly, white flesh of coconut can produce food, meal, and flour. So let's we move to the waste characteristic generated from coconut plantation. The two main types of waste generated are coconut skin, which is after the de-husking of raw coconut, and the secondly is coconut shell after the removal of the inner part, which is kernel. I will discuss more specific about coconut shell. Why? Because nowadays, coconut shells becoming a serious waste disposal problem to the green environment where coconut shells are largely abundantly available surrounding. Between 20 and 30% of agricultural production in the world become waste. Coconut shell has become the main contributor to the negative effect of environment problem due to the poor waste disposal management. When the coconut shell is disposed of by open burning, toxic gases such as methane and carbon dioxide are released into the environment. Thus, this may threaten the environment where the toxic gases will release into landfills and harm the human health. As a result, the rate of waste disposal is faster than the natural degradation of waste in landfill, and this leads to the space of landfill has reached its limitation. However, the environment can be saved if practicing more sustainable use of this waste. So let we move to the methods that can be used to treat the waste produced. According to Gunasekaran, coconut shell can be reused as a material material replacement in the construction industry, where this may lead to the reduction in construction material costs and save the dumping spaces. For an example, at Nigeria, coconut shell can be a source of energy biofuel for the boilers, and the rest of coconut shell is used as a gravel for plantation roads maintenance. According to Kanojia and Jane, a recent study showed that 40% replacement of conventional aggregate with coconut shell could decrease the compressive strength of concrete by about 22%, and to improve this property, reduction of the water to cement ratio was necessary. Shafiq also said that concrete made with coconut shell have higher compressive strength than concrete containing oil palm shell because of the roughness of the coconut shell and its better adhesion with cement flakes. Not only that, we also can make a coconut compost, which is include treatment via a vermicomposting. According to Sutar, vermicomposting often result in mass reduction. It means that a shorter time for processing and high level of humus will reduce phytotoxicity. Vermicomposting of coconut waste is not only considered for enhancing waste reduction via biodegradation, but also for its usefulness when applied to agricultural soil to provide essential plant nutrients. Thus, vermicompost is free from pathogen, toxic elements with seed and minimize the incidence of pests and diseases. So that's all from me. I hope that my sharing can help you guys to gain more knowledge. Thank you.